This video almost didn't make it because I said black people are the most poisoned people in America. They wanted me to say blacks are disproportionately affected instead of poisoned. But no, it's true. Black Americans are the most environmentally poisoned population in America. Not allegedly, not theoretically. Blacks are exposed to more toxins in the air, water, food, and hair products than any other group documented. Not a single credible source disputes it, yet they'll censor the messenger before they'll challenge the data. Now, I know some of y'all already thinking, here we go with the victim mentality, or TJ about to blame white folks for everything. Nah, this ain't about blame. This is about receipts. Exposed people can't heal what they refuse to see. Right now, America got you looking everywhere except at the water you drinking, the air you breathing, and the products you put in and on your body. See, most conversations about black health start and end with personal choices. Eat better, exercise more, stop smoking, drink less. And look, I ain't saying none of that matters, but what they don't tell you is that your environment is doing just as much damage as your decisions. Before you even wake up and decide what to eat, somebody already decided what would be available to you. Before you take your first breath of the day, somebody already determined the quality of air in your zip code. Before your daughter picks up her first jar of hair product, somebody already decided what chemicals would be on those shelves. This ain't about excuses. This is about architecture. The architecture of where you live. The architecture of what you have access to. The architecture of what gets marketed to you and yours. And I know how it sounds. Oh, TJ don't want full conspiracy. No, dog. Folks like me always sound crazy to comfortable people. The wildest thing I could say right now is that everything is fine. That would be the lie. What I'm telling you is documented, exposed, cited, exposed, and exposed again. They just banking on you not reading the exposed studies. They banking on you not connecting the exposed dots. They banking on you staying distracted, divided, and dying on schedule. But not today. Today we connecting them dots like a crime scene investigation, because that's exactly what this is. And why is this important? Because if your bloodstream is intoxicated with foreign chemicals that your body don't know how to get rid of, how you think that impacts your energy, your hormonal balance, the mental preparedness necessary to become somebody in this world? My name is Tijuana Jackson, and I help people turn their lived experiences into the infrastructure for their ideas. So the thing you thought was in your way becomes the way. Bars. That's what finally gets you to write that book, launch that business, build that movement, start that podcast, tell your story. You want to work with a real one, link is in the description. Now back to the exposed. Let's start with the air you breathe. Did you know a study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences looked at 712 large industrial facilities across America? What they found was black residents received about 17% of the cancer risk from toxic air emissions while holding only 7% of the jobs at those same facilities. So when you say you want all the smoke, oh, best believe you getting it. The EPA confirmed in 2025 what we've been knowing. People of color experience higher particulate air pollution than white Americans, regardless of region or income level. That means it don't matter if you in Atlanta or Albuquerque, if you making $30,000 or $130,000. Race itself predicts your exposure to poison. Your zip code is doing just as much damage as your diet. Bars. Type your zip code in the comments if you get that. Studies show that predominantly black census tracts have the fewest supermarkets at nearly every poverty level. Even when you compare black neighborhoods to white neighborhoods can have up to 4 times as many grocery stores as black neighborhoods. 4 times. So while they telling you to eat more vegetables, they making sure you gotta drive 45 minutes to find a tomato that ain't wrapped in plastic at a gas station. You ever tried to meal prep from a corner store? That's like trying to build a mansion out of burned crosses. Pause! The USDA confirmed it. High poverty, non-white areas have the lowest access to quality grocery stores, while premium chains systematically avoid black majority tracts even when the incomes are comparable. Whole Foods ain't avoiding the hood because of crime statistics. Crime ain't the reason, it's the alibi. The alibi is based on perception, not actual crime data. Do you know who is in your neighborhood? Liquor stores. Public health studies show alcohol outlets are disproportionately clustered in low-income and predominantly black neighborhoods. Cities like Baltimore got data showing economically disadvantaged black neighborhoods can have several times more liquor stores per capita than wealthy white areas. And here's the kicker. Black folks in these neighborhoods often drink less on average than their white counterparts in the suburbs. So it ain't about demand. It's about placement. They put the poison where they want the damage to land. But it's more than that. They put the poisons in the communities that will allow it. If you have never sat in on a community board meeting, you part of the problem. A poverty mindset is a toxic relationship most will never get out of, but so is a poisoned environment. Bars. Now let me talk to you about your daughters. Research out of Harvard found that roughly 50% of hair products marketed to black women contain endocrine disrupting chemicals, phthalates, parabens, synthetic fragrance compounds. But products marketed to white women, about 7%. That ain't a typo and it ain't a coincidence. Laboratory testing found that these chemicals mess with estrogen and androgen signaling. We talking links to early puberty in our daughters, fibroids, infertility, obesity, and hormone-related cancers. And urinary levels of these chemicals is consistently higher in black women than any other demographic. Dr. Mamie Phipps Clark, the first black woman to earn a psychology doctorate from Columbia, proved through our doll studies how systems program black folks to work against their own interests. She showed how racial exclusion damaged black children's self-esteem before they could even spell a word. But what she really exposed was how America builds invisible cages. Today, those cages look like beauty supply stores selling poison disguised as self-care. They look like food deserts where the only thing fresh is the Hennessy. They look like chemical plants 2 blocks from elementary schools. The design ain't broken, it's working exactly as intended. Some of y'all thinking, well, TJ, what about personal responsibility? And I hear you, but personal responsibility assumes a level playing field. How you supposed to make healthy choices when healthy options require a passport to access? When the air in your neighborhoods is different from the air in theirs? When the products on your shelves got ingredients banned in other countries but approved for your scalp? Hey man, type bars in the comments if you follow me, follow me, follow me. Boom, boom. This ain't about being a victim. This is about being informed, because you can't fight what you can't see. And right now, they got you shadowboxing your own discipline while the real opponent is the infrastructure around you. You out here counting calories in a chemical war zone. Harsh and imbalanced as it might sound, I'm spitting facts. Y'all better back this shit like Metamucil. Bars. Matter of fact, hit the like button if you're learning something, and if you motivated as hell, hit that notification bell. But the only way a controversial channel like mine can grow is if you share this with your folks. Bars. Quick story, when I was 22 years old, I thought I was broken. Lifting weights, grinding, doing everything I was supposed to do. But I couldn't focus for shit. Brain fog so thick I felt like I was thinking through molasses. Tired all the time but couldn't sleep. Motivated as hell but couldn't execute. I thought I was lazy. Thought I was undisciplined. Thought maybe I just wasn't built for success like them other. Went to the doctor. He told me to drink more water and reduce stress. I'm from the projects. Stress is the family business. Bars. Years later, I started connecting the dots. The tap water in the building I grew up in. The air quality 2 blocks from that plant. The cheap food that was all we could access. The products in our bathroom cabinet. I wasn't broken. I was poisoned. And then gaslit into thinking the poison was my fault. The real mindfuck, you spend years fighting yourself when you should have been fighting the system. Blaming your discipline when you should have been questioning your environment. And by the time you figure it out, you done inherited an autoimmune disorder that was never yours to carry. In my case, inflammation in the shoulder so severe I couldn't lift my arm, couldn't dress myself, couldn't reach for my own dreams because my body was too busy fighting chemicals it never asked for. Can you imagine the psychological effects of that shit for a young man in his prime? Type bars in the comments if it's hitting close to home. So what was it? Turned out I had extreme levels of heavy metals in my system due to my previous place of employment. Lead, mercury, cadmium. My body was holding on to toxins like your ex hold on to screenshots. I also had parasites. Yeah, parasites. Doing the absolute most inside my gut while I'm out here trying to build a future. And my dietary habits? Playing right into all of it. Feeding the problem while starving the solution. To this very day, I do frequent parasite cleanses and parasite upkeep, because there's no excuse for a grown man itching his ass like he auditioning for a dog food commercial. Bars. If you want to know the parasite cleanse I use, link is in the description. But here's what you need to understand. This type of existence can make you feel inferior. It promotes self-doubt at a cellular level. It makes you feel incapable of achieving or even deserving the dreams you have. Your goals start looking like they belong to somebody else. Somebody healthier, somebody luckier, somebody who ain't you. In a nutshell, this shit can rob you of your spark before you even reach 25. And you won't even know what took it because everybody around you was pointing at your character instead of your environment. You got the data, you got the receipts, you know the air is different in your zip code, you know the water is suspect, you know them shelves are stocked with slow death disguised as convenience, you know them beauty supply stores is pushing poison to your daughters wrapped in pretty packaging, you know the game is rigged before you even open your eyes in the morning. Now you can't unknow it. And that's the first weapon, awareness, not the paranoia, awareness. Start reading labels like they wrote about you, because they did. Start questioning what you put in your body, on your body, and what you breathe in while you sleep. Connect your symptoms to your surrounding. That fatigue might not be laziness. That brain fog might not be you. That inflammation might have to do with an environment that never had your best interest in mind. But don't stop at awareness. You want to do something right now? 3 things. 1, go to screeningtools.com and type in your zip code. It's a reconstructed version of the EPA's environmental justice tool they quietly removed from their website earlier this year. It'll show you exactly what toxins are concentrated in your neighborhood. Knowledge is the first weapon. 2, go to ewg.org/tapwater and type in your zip code. See what you've been drinking. Some of y'all about to be real upset. 3, download the EWG Healthy Living app, scan the barcode on any product in your house, and it'll tell you what chemicals is in it and what they do to your body. Start with your daughter's hair products. I'll wait. That's your homework. And the links to all the papers I researched to write this video is in the description as well. You don't hide from this. You speak on it. You write about it. You build from it. That book, that awareness, that movement, it's waiting on you to finally understand what you came through and why it matters. And it ain't just about you. Every label you read, you teaching your kids to read. Every question you ask, you giving them permission to ask. Every chain you break in your own mind, that's one less chain they gotta inherit. We the first generation with the data and the awareness to do something about it. Our grandparents didn't have the studies, our parents didn't have the language. We got both. So what's our excuse? The system bet on you staying asleep. Wake up and make them lose that bet. Type bars in the comments if you with me. And this is exactly what I do. I help people who feel like they've been running in place their whole life finally understand why. Not because you lazy, not because you undisciplined, but because nobody ever helped you connect the dots between what you've survived and what you are capable of building. Most of us stay ignorant to the genetic, environmental, and psychological trauma we've inherited. Blind to why we can't make moves, can't achieve dreams, can't execute on our ideas. I'm here to help you turn what you've been through into your breakthrough so that you can use it as fuel and infrastructure for your ideas and finally build that business, write that book, or launch that movement that improves your life and the lives of others, just like I'm doing right now. If you want to work with me, link is in the description. And for the record, when I did my first real deep cleanse, the parasite that came out of me was longer than an algebra equation. I'm talking like X plus Y plus the square root of what the is that. If you are truly on a mission to get out of your own way and act on your ideas, I want you to watch this video right here. It's gonna do something to you.